Well, he's a top keeper. I think the save he made, particularly from the long shot, the ball that moved in the air, I think was off balance and managed to turn himself around almost in air and made a great save. And I think he's such as a midfield player who's hitting shots against him and that a lot in training. The thing about Jamo is his imposing size. You know, when you hit shots against him, he's so big, and unless you hit it very well and hit the corners, Jamo's got the stature to make saves against anything basically. So certainly. I think people sometimes mention his age. I've never seen a fitter man in an England squad. I've never seen a fitter goalkeeper, for sure. His body, the way he trains, the way he carries himself. There's a long way to go in Jamo, and he's a top keeper, and I think he just showed a bit of that the other day. I think that's a bit harsh, really, on him. I think, that was something I think that was levelled at him quite a few years ago now. And I've, again, talking about his professionalism when he trains, the amount of training he does, not only on the training ground, when he's in the gym in the afternoon when other players aren't. He's only doing that for one reason, because he wants to be the best he can be, and that's all you can ask from a professional player. And so I don't think there's any mental issue. I'm sure he's matured as he's got older, and we all mature and we all improve. I think our mental state as we get older and learn about the game and what we need to do to get ourselves right for games. And Jamo's been, one of the top keepers around for a long time now. So I think all them questions were put to bed quite a while ago for me. And I don't think the fact that Greeny played that game, or David James might play the next game, closes the door on it. Same as every position, as we just said, the competition is there, and that's what we're here for. So I think we're fortunate David James come on. I felt sorry for Greeny, obviously, because you can't pick him out too much. The fella run through one-on-one, and it's difficult for a goalkeeper. But Greeny will be back. That's no one blames or points fingers at him from inside the camp. And they're fighting for places, which is healthy. And there's a long season to go, and the keepers are going to want to show how well they're playing for their clubs, and when they get the chances, they're going to want to show they can be England's #1 keeper. I think we know exactly where we are. We've got no ideas above our station to think that we're walked into a World Cup and we're one of the favourites and we're going to win it. I think we're determined to go and try and win it, but we understand that we need to improve, keep improving. We need to go there in good form, good spirit. So I think, like you say, to lose a game, if you want to lose a game, you want to lose a game when you've already qualified and you want to learn lessons from it. And I think the circumstances of the game definitely done that. There's no big lack of confidence because of the defeat. We'll carry on doing what we're doing and hope to improve for next summer. I think the manager deserves credit for that in a way. He told us straight away that there are games he wants to win. He wants to keep improving in all the games we play up to the World Cup, even though we've qualified already. And we took that with us. We trained like that before Ukraine. I think we played like that at Ukraine. It was a difficult game, and you certainly can't complain about the work ethic of the team. We tried to win the game to the 90-odd minute at the end, so there was certainly a determination from us to put everything in. And I think as a footballer, I know what it's like when you drop your standards, when you relax for a minute, even if the game's not important, that's hard to come back from. You have to keep moving forward all the time, and that's what we've tried to do in this get-together. I think Rio's consistency, along with John, in the last 4 or 5 years, puts them right at the top in centre halves in the world for me. That's not biased. I think if you ask anyone in Europe about them too, they would say the same thing. And I think it's unfortunate now that there seems to be at times always one player or a couple of players that are taking stick at any one time. It doesn't have to be like that. I think we need to get behind our big players, and Rio certainly is a big player. Everyone in the squad's behind him, the manager is. And it's a couple of little mistakes. Rio's been fantastic for such a long time, and we all make mistakes, and hopefully we can make mistakes when they don't matter so much. But when the big game comes, you need your big players, and Rio will certainly deliver them. Fair play to him for saying that. We all know what an honest player and person Emile is, the way he's conducted himself throughout his career, so he's saying it honestly. And I think every player understands that, and every player will be with that same mentality. The competition is fierce. The manager's explained time and time again that he wants players that are playing well or in form, and if you're not playing regularly, then that's not going to help you. So fair play to him for saying that for the right reasons, and I think we're all fighting week in, week out to impress the manager, and you want the chance to be able to impress him. So I understand exactly what you're saying. Having been such a successful campaign, the last thing you want to do is finish off on a whimper and with a poor result, a poor performance on the last game, especially in front of your home fans. So there'll be nothing from us but preparing right for the game, and when it comes, trying to put in a performance that the fans deserve to come and see, and then afterwards we can enjoy the fact that we've had a great campaign.